Today on the channel, we take a trip to New York City via train with the Train Track Showdown, New York Comic-Con 2025 exclusive, Shredder.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another cartoon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NECA unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the Train Track edition of Shredder putting on his engineer hat, the New York Comic-Con 2025 exclusive. But for your New York Comic-Con needs, eBay maybe? I'm not exactly sure at this point, but for everything else under the sun, hit up DJC Collectibles. Use discount code 8OFFDJC to save 8% off your entire order. Got to get a deal out there. And we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And this Shredder, talk about a deep cut. One episode deep cut. That's where we are with the cartoon line from the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm okay with it. If you love the cartoon, you're all in. You're eating it all up. But man, it's getting deep. We're getting long in the tooth, and I wonder how much longer will this line go on? I don't know. My guess is, though, we'll see re-releases, little updates like we do with all other toy lines, and NECA will milk this as much as they can. And I would do the same thing, putting my business hat on. But this is a very deep cut. I think a smart move to be a convention exclusive instead of one we're going to find at Target, as I don't know how well this would go out of the old open Target market. But let's dive into this one. Purple packaging. Looking very good. You got Shredder on the front. Look at that train. He's an engineer. Oh my gosh. And I had a buddy that went to school to be an engineer, and he went to school and was a doctor, and then he was an engineer and then decided to be a doctor. So he's an engineer, then a doctor, living the wild times, loving that school life is what he loved. But I always joked at him when he was going to engineer school that, oh, you're going to go be a train conductor. That's pretty awesome. Do they get to give you the overalls and the hat day one? What about the whistle? What about the whistle? And he never liked that joke, but I loved it. I laughed inside every single time. Classic Turtles logo right there. It does say the Train Track Takedown, and you got that NECA VHS style packaging going on with this one and logos and stuff, but looking good. J Hook at the top. Number 22, volume 22, that is. Turtles, purple logo looking good. Same thing on the other side. And then we got Shredder on the other side, the back side, that is. Everybody loves the back side, right, Todd McFarlane? Yeah, we know how it goes. Looking good back here. I don't think there's much of a blurb of anything. Crossed arms can be used with NECA's Ultimate Shredder sold separately. So that's nice. I guess you can grab that and put that with your other Shredder figures. We'll do some comparisons later on in this video here. But looking interesting with those overalls on. It's quite the look, as we know. But let's get old Shredder out of the package here. So that's kind of good. A little 2-in-1 action. You can mix some things up if you need to. Got Shredder in the plastic prison. Got those cross arms if need be. Not a bad piece of business, but I'm going to take it offline, get all these twist ties off, and we're going to be back talking New York Comic-Con exclusive 2025 Shredder. All right, time to dive into Shredder. The train tracks a terror with Shredder aboard. My favorite engineer, and he's got a little bomb right here. A nice one-off new sculpt, something new for the line. Looking good. It almost looks like it should have a digital readout here, but it does not. Looking good, cartoon styled on that one, as you can imagine. We do get extra hands here, 2 gripping hands out of the package. We do get 2 splayed out hands, looking very good. And then 2 fists of fury for Shredder as well. You do get the blades on the knuckle dusters for him, a hallmark of Shredder, as we know. So we do got some hand choices to dive back and forth through. We do got a little video camera. He's going to record the whole thing. He's going to keep an eye on those turtles. But we do got this all in black, looking good. And then I guess, what is this? A little readout. I guess the bomb detonator, I guess is what this is technically. Nice kind of coloring to it, that bluish gray color. Looking good. Once again, some new stuff with this one. So it's not just rehash on all this. It is all new sculpting and things. Be interested if they try to use any of these parts ever again in the future. Now we do get 1 blade here, and it's more of a on guard. This looks like Bruce Dickinson fencing is what this one looks like to me. Very interesting. Now, I barely remember this episode. I remember him in this look, but I couldn't tell you anything about that episode. We do get the fencing sword, which is something totally different. We have not gotten the line before. I like to see things like that. We do get an old-timey stopwatch right here. Looks like something your grandpa's going to have in his pocket, a little pocket chain with a watch. But we do get that going on, so we can tell time for when to detonate the bomb. We know how he's going to do it. Now, we do get these extra arms here. It talked about on the back of the package. You can plug these into the other shredders. So I guess I might have to do this in the future. I don't know what to think about this. Very tight, gonna have to heat this up. And I got to imagine if I'm gonna pull the arms off a shredder, I'm gonna have to heat those arms pretty good. A cool look, because Shredder always sitting there with his arms crossed. You know, he's always up to no good doing that all the time. So it does make sense. Would be nice use, a little bit extra pizzazz for this set to use with the most recent shredder we got out at retail. I just don't know if this is what I'm going to use. I'll have to decide. A game time decision is what we'll call that. But now we're diving into Conductor Shredder here. He's going to ride that train, of course, like the Quad City DJs once upon a time. Is that what it was called? Quad City DJs? I think so. Reminds me of the skating rink back in the day is what that reminds me of. Not for me. I said, somebody put on some Accept. And they said, Accept what? That's about how it went. But we do get him. He's got a big train conductor hat, I guess. Almost looks like a chef's hat up here. But he sits on top there looking crazy, looking extra wild up there. And then you do got the bill in the front. You do got the eyes of Shredder staring deep into your soul. You got the mask on the side, but then he's got the handkerchief over the front. Of course, if you're conducting a train, you need the handkerchief over there. It keeps all the dust and stuff out. We know how that goes. Looks good, though. You got the purple, the gray. It represents what it's supposed to. Now, the second head, a little bit more Shredder. And I think I'm going to stick with this head here, as this is nice and all, but this is too shreddery. I want this one. I want the extra pizzazz, the next level, and that's what that red handkerchief brings to this one. But this is basically your standard Shredder with the train conductor hat on the top. Now, diving into Shredder here, it's those overalls, man. Those overalls, it's a look for sure. I've never worn a pair of overalls. I've never owned it, but my grandpa used to have a pair back in the day. You know, he was a welder, and that's what a welder would wear. They'd wear some overalls and a big protective mask. So that does play some of the hits here, but I'm expecting a guy conducting a train or conducting an orchestra. Let's be honest. They're going to be wearing some overalls. Take it to the bank. Got the stripes on there, the purple and gray attack looking good. Got the gray undershirt under there. Arms, they're just screaming everyday Shredder. This is normal Shredder stuff. Got the protectors up there on the shoulders. Got the forearm protectors, then down into the fists down here. 2 gripping hands, as I mentioned earlier. Got 2 black shoes on him. 2 black chutes ready to go. Shoes, shoots, boots, shoes. Yeah, boots, shoes, shoes. We'll go shoes. Black shoes down here. Looking very good. But it looks like Shredder stands like Shredder. This captures what it's supposed to do here. But man, it's a deep cut. And I can see a lot of people saying, I don't need this. Which that's the beauty of a New York Comic Con, a San Diego Comic Con exclusive. You maybe don't need it in your collection. You can pass on it. If this was the regular Shredder and was the only way to get it, people would be up in arms. This, they're not up in arms. If you need it, you need it. You can get it for a limited time or forever hold your peace is basically what it is. Now, his articulation on this one, arms do go around. Those shoulder guards move out a little bit, but not enough, but the arms will go around. You do get a bicep cut, very tight. I'm going to have to heat this guy up. There's no doubt about it. Extremely tight in the joints. He does have double jointed elbows. Very tight, though. Not going to tempt fate. Hands back and forth, side to side, removable. Head back and forth, side to side, removable. Oh, just extremely tight across the board on this one. No waist, no ab crunch, anything like that. You do get the legs that go out a little bit. Go up barely anything. He's going to kick you in the lower shin. Not even the high shin, lower shin on this one. Double jointed pin knees on here. No boot cut, ankles up, down, back and forth. Really, at the end of the day, this guy needs to take a hot water bath or a dose of the hair dryer because he's not moving anywhere. Very, very stiff figure right here. But it is cool. I like it actually better in hand than I thought I would. Talk about a moment in time. Have no idea where I'm going to display this. Do I buy a big train set and display and buy that? I don't think so. So might have him. I've started kind of an ancillary shelf for some of these turtles. We've got 10 different versions of. I might put him over in that shelf. Probably what I'm going to have to do. He should fit, and he does, on a Mattel ringside collectible stand using discount code Kyle. Save 10%. Not a bad piece of business. And actually, I'm probably going to use this on here. Is probably what I'll end up doing, I think. as much as I want to use it on Shredder, and I got the last version of Shredder here, got him displayed a little bit differently than some of his other predecessors. I think I want to display him like this, but this one is an off the beaten path Shredder. It's not a fighting Shredder really for the most part. I think it makes more sense for me to have this on him, and I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. I don't know. Always got to think about it a little bit. What would you do, though? What would you display this one? Would you put it on here? Would you not use it all? Or would you use it on one of the old Shredders? Let me know in the comments down below. Be interested to hear your thoughts. I'm on the fence, but I'm leaning towards this way. But there it is, Shredder, Train Conductor, Engineer Edition. What's your guys' thoughts on this one? Pick up, pass, long game, no game? I'm not so sure game. Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day, and then some. We got even more content for you on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. You can also check out YouTube channel memberships if that's more your speed. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com. Conveniently enough, the name of my podcast, Kyle Peterson Show, available every Tuesday on every podcast platform as well as YouTube if that is more your speed. Check it out if you have not already. So for New York Comic-Con edition Shredder, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?